Hi friends. Stay blessed. Today we will glance through the summary of the book 12 Rules for Life by Jordan B. Peterson. In his book, 12 Rules for Life, Jordan B. Peterson presents 12 guidelines for living a meaningful life, drawing on enduring philosophical and religious assertions, as well as lessons from myths and history. The book covers pressing concerns that have been present in the human psyche since ancient times, and the principles are grounded in philosophy, psychology, and consistent throughout. These rules offer a framework that everyone can live by. The book discusses the importance of finding meaning in life and how classic stories, myths, and philosophical works offer guidance. It also highlights the lessons we can learn from lobsters, lotus flowers, and young skateboarders about confidence, pursuing meaning in life, and human nature. First idea in the book discusses the concept of hierarchies in various societies and how good posture can give a person an advantage in such social structures. The origin of the phrase, pecking order, is traced back to a study on barnyard chickens, where a clear hierarchy was observed. Similar hierarchies and competitive conflicts are found in other animals like lobsters. Winners of such conflicts have higher levels of serotonin and adopt more upright postures, while losers have higher levels of octopamine and tend to curl up. Such cycles of winning and losing also play out among humans, where good posture and confident body language can give a person an advantage. The idea suggests that holding one's head high and adopting the posture of a winner can be beneficial in social situations. The second point encourages people to care for themselves with the same tenderness as they would a loved one, and not to ignore medical prescriptions. People often tend to take better care of their pets than themselves due to feelings of self-loathing and a belief that they are unworthy. The thread explores the duality of nature in both Western and Eastern philosophies, and emphasizes the importance of finding a healthy balance between light and dark. Rather than fighting against chaos, people should care for themselves by doing what is best for them, just as a parent takes care of a child by ensuring they brush their teeth and wear mittens. People should determine their goals and take actions that are best for them. Third rule advises readers to choose their friends wisely as the wrong companions can drag them down. The author shares a personal story of a childhood friend who was held back in life by negative influences in their hometown. The article explains that a similar dynamic can occur in a workplace setting where an underachiever is placed in a high-performing team, which can spread bad habits and negatively impact everyone's performance. The third rule, therefore, is to surround oneself with supportive friends who encourage positive change. Supportive friendships are mutually beneficial and can lead to individual and social success. Good friends do not tolerate wallowing in negativity and encourage getting back on track. Then the author asserts that progress should be measured against one's own past achievements rather than against others. While it's important to be self-critical, comparing oneself to others can be harmful and prevent seeing incremental improvements. The article suggests judging oneself against one's own prior accomplishments, which helps to stay motivated and set challenging goals. He also recommends a detailed approach to self-inspection, categorizing problems, and making a list of things that need to be improved to stay busy with oneself rather than worrying about how one compares to others. Fifth point is that parents have the responsibility of raising a well-adjusted and kind child. This can be achieved by limiting the rules, using minimal necessary force for discipline, and coming in pairs. Children are naturally aggressive and push boundaries, so it's up to parents to draw the lines and teach their children what is and isn't acceptable behavior. Effective discipline involves clear consequences that match the severity of the rule-breaking. A supportive partner can help catch mistakes and provide a unified front in parenting. Number 6 is a reminder that the world can be harsh and unfair, but blaming others for our misfortune is not productive. Leo Tolstoy suggested that suicide was the only honest response to life's injustices, while struggling on despite it was a sign of weakness. However, the author argues that we should take responsibility for our own lives before judging the world. Alexander Solzhenitsyn is cited as an example of someone who accepted his situation and used his time to contribute something meaningful to the world, despite being imprisoned and suffering from cancer. Next is the discussion about the concept of sacrifice and how it can bring meaning to our lives. The author uses the story of a monkey who gets caught in a cookie jar to illustrate how immediate pleasures can lead to negative consequences. He argues that sacrificing immediate pleasures for a better future is a practice that has been around since ancient times and is represented in the Bible. The author suggests that seeking meaningful goals over instant gratification can lead to more rewarding experiences, and it is essential to make sacrifices for the greater good. The article concludes by using the example of the lotus flower to emphasize the importance of sticking with something and being ready to make sacrifices to reach a goal. In 8th Rule, the author discusses the concept of self-deception and the prevalence of lies in our lives. He explores how people often lie to themselves and others to achieve their goals, even if these goals are unrealistic. He uses the example of retirement on a secluded beach to illustrate how delusions can prevent people from recognizing the truth. The author emphasizes the importance of being flexible and realistic with goals, and not shutting off the natural desire to learn and grow. The thread concludes with rule number 8, stop lying and be truthful, suggesting that challenging one's current truth can help get back on track. Coming to conversations, 9th rule emphasizes on finding an opportunity to learn and grow rather than compete, as demonstrated by the ancient philosopher Socrates. Genuine conversations involve exploring two sides of an issue and being objective in your conclusion. However, conversations often become competitions where people refuse to listen and only want to validate their preconceptions. To be a better conversationalist, one should listen and summarize what the other person said. Taking in information that challenges your ideas is part of the process of learning and growing. According to Rule 10, the complexity of life can be simplified with clear and precise language. We tend to focus on isolated parts of the world that are useful or in our way. Rule 10 is to use precise language because it helps establish order in chaotic situations, such as a car breaking down or when explaining symptoms to a doctor. Precise language can also improve relationships by allowing for honest communication about issues. Next thread discusses the dangers of oppressive attitudes towards men and the patriarchy, arguing that while there are bad and oppressive men, we should avoid suppressing human nature. The author believes that the focus on destroying and dismantling our macho culture has led to excessively harsh and short-sighted outrage towards male behavior. The author suggests that rules should protect us without suppressing the good qualities in people, and that aggression can become a forbidden fruit when masculinity is stripped away. The author, therefore, concludes that women don't want boys to grow up without a chance to learn things for themselves and be independent. Finally, the author discusses the importance of celebrating small joys in life, even in the face of difficult challenges. He uses his daughter's experience with severe arthritis as an example of the value of persevering through suffering to appreciate the good moments. The author also mentions the importance of embracing life and appreciating every good thing that comes your way, even in the midst of prolonged tough times. The author encourages readers to make the best out of even the smallest joys in life and to see themselves through difficult times. Conclusion: life is a mix of struggles and joys, and one should strive to do their best, be honest and avoid selfishness and pride. Everyone should take responsibility for their own life and not blame others for their shortcomings. Ultimately, it is up to the individuals to improve their own life. Thanks for being patient with me.